Hello, my name is Freda, an author, food blogger, and writer with expertise in African cuisine. Thank you for joining us for meals this Christmas.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and my Christmas cooking series. On the menu today is a lusciously roasted goat leg. When it comes to the festive season, Thanksgiving, Christmas, a big Sunday dinner or Sunday lunch, where it's all about soul food, I love mixing it up. It's not only about the birds with me. Turkey is great, chicken is awesome, but goat leg is pretty special in my house. So today we're gonna prepare some. All I'm doing here is mixing up a whole bunch of spices. I've got some seasonal, I've got some paprika, I've got herbs. I'm just dabbing it all in to a wax paper, and then I'm gonna rub that spice rub all over my goat leg. Don't worry, I'm going to drop the recipe in the video so you can follow it and it's easy to make. Feel free to mix it up. Use whatever spices you have in your kitchen. I'm all about being practical and using what is in my store cupboard. And in fact, look, I even have some smoky barbecue spice. I'm gonna dab that on as well. I'm gonna add a little bit of heat by putting on some cayenne pepper, but that's about it. This is a generous piece of meat, so you want to be as generous as possible with the spices. Allow it to marinate, sit in there, drizzle on some olive oil, and it is best to do this a day or two in advance so that the flavors can really get in there. Take your time with this. Allow those spices to marinate and get in there, and then anoint your glorious meat with some olive oil, just like that. Just drizzle it all over and then rub it in. Massage that rump, massage it. And that's such a luscious looking chunk of meat right there. Get that olive oil all over it. Make sure it gets in there. And then we're going to add a little bit more flavor with some fresh herbs and spices like garlic, rosemary, and thyme. Rosemary is a wonderful herb that is just made for things like lamb and goat, so please be generous. And it's also very Christmassy when you look at it. You may be wondering about the best cut of meat to use. I love lamb leg. It's just generous. It feeds a whole bunch of people. Lamb shoulder or goat shoulder is a truly amazing cut as well. It has a little bit more fat, which makes it ideal for roasting as it self-bastes and the fat renders with the heat. It's luscious. So what I'm doing here is just piercing the meat because I'm going to stuff those crevices with loads and loads of garlic, just like this. So get the garlic in there, and look, it's not minced, it's a whole bunch of garlic that is in big pieces. So as this roast's gonna sweeten up, the flavor's gonna mellow down, it's gonna add an amazing aroma and flavor to the meat, and it's not going to be overpowering because guys, it's in chunks, so please feel free to go wild with it. And now for the finishing touches, we are going to add some complexity by adding herbs, by adding some citrusy freshness and zest, a little bit of lemon juice and orange juice. Here I've got some rosemary. I'm just going to activate the natural oils by rubbing it a little bit, and all I'm going to do is just pop it onto the skin. I'm also going to take some sprigs and prick them through into the meat. I also have a little bit of thyme. Rosemary and thyme are, two of my absolute favorite fresh herbs. There's just something amazing about the two. I particularly love thyme on chicken. It's just made for that meat. And look, if you've ever tried curry, try putting some fresh thyme into your curry. You'll thank me later for it. And now I'm just going to zest it up with a little bit of lemon and orange. And these citrus fruits have an amazing natural amount of oil in there. It's just going to lift up this meat with a little bit of zesty flavor and freshness. And I got this from a recipe I shared on my blog many years ago. It was roasted goat leg with lots of orange, and look, it worked then, it's working now, so that's what I'm doing. After zesting up the citrus fruits, you can give them a little squeeze. Put in lots of juice in there. It just adds to the flavor, it adds to the stock, it adds a hint of sweetness and stickiness that is going to be utmostly and utterly delicious at the end of the day. More oil. The oil is going to just lock in the moisture. Guys, just be generous. Be generous. This is going to be the most amazing thing. And now that it's done, wrap it up in some paper, put it in the fridge for a couple of days until you're ready to use it. And here I am. This is roasting day. I'm squeezing the juice on top, and then I'm putting the whole fruits just around the platter. I wasn't too sure, if it was going to work, but you can put a whole load of slices of fruit right at the bottom. If you want, you can line the bottom of the tray with carrots as well. They make an amazing base for roasting. And now I'm just putting in some chicken stock at the bottom because I want this roast to be succulent. In it goes into a hot oven for about 3 hours. And wait for it. And voila! Look at that. The meat has darkened and crisped up on the outside, and I'm just admiring it all over right now. Guys, don't you have a worry. It is crispy on the outside and delectable on the inside. You'll see.
As we have been slaving away in the kitchen and enjoying the process, I've got roasted goat leg that will be so nice with and perfectly matched with sauteed cabbage or sauteed spring greens. I made a dish with cabbage and I wanted a little extra green in there, so I sliced up some string beans and just laced them throughout the cabbage. We made some roasted pumpkin with maple syrup drizzled all over it. The sweet and the salt and the natural flavor of the pumpkin was just beautiful.
And your freshly roasted, rested, succulent, moist, delicious roast goat leg is ready to impress everyone at the table. Guys, I can eat a whole bunch of it. Just look at it. It's absolutely amazing. And guys, I hope you enjoyed our video on how to make roasted goat leg for Christmas. Would you give it a try? Would you like more videos like this? Drop a note in the comment. Try this recipe. Tell us how much you like it. Encourage us. Like, subscribe, share, spread the Christmas cheer. And as if that wasn't enough for you, we have the ideas flowing for the next few days. You can turn an easy boerewors breakfast into a delightful post-Christmas brunch. You can have it with a bit of botakura, samp and beans and a soup, sadza, what have you. guys, it's all about rolling on with Christmas and making every day easier and easier. Look at that, sampan beans, leftover chicken breast in a creamy sauce, aubergine dip with our millet chapati, and so on and so forth. Keep watching, guys. Like, share, subscribe, tune in, don't miss a beat.